you're in my lane?
No, not at all.
Are you not paying attention? Are you texting?
I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6.
It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention.
I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up.
My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention.
It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
I never thought it would end like this. With the first look into your eyes, I fell in love. I thought I had everything. It was just one text.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Martinsville, Virginia for an exciting super late model racing action today. Weather conditions are partly cloudy, 65 degrees, putting the track temperature at 91. I'm Dustin Caldwell, and on cameras is Michael D'Amico. Thanks for joining us on the All Pro Racing Network. Got a lot of good action coming at you today. The drivers now are finishing their qualifying runs. We'll have to see how they come in on the lineup as they begin to qualify. Definitely looking today, just to give you a little bit of heads up coming in today's race, the All Pro Racing Super Late Model Series points leaders. Number 1 is Cruz Caudell. He will be running in the 55 car. Zach Leonardi is definitely tied with him at 85 points. He will be coming in the number 24 car. Matt Clifton is a few points back here in third. He will be running the number 20 car. The fourth position, goes to Mitchell Reeves. He will be running in the number 02 car today. The fifth rank, running out the top 5, is Nick Hunt. And it doesn't look like he's going to have a show today on today's track. So those are your top 5 points leaders coming in today's race. As they begin to qualify, we're seeing some lap times now come in. Looks like number 34, Mike Rhino, will take a good look at the pole here. He had a qualifying time of 19.748, but has been surpassed by Zach Leonardi at a 19.701. And he comes back again, Mike Rhino, taking the pole, looks like 19.619 as of right now. Mitchell Reeves is coming in second. 19.633. So these lap times, folks, I'm telling you, they're looking pretty close. So we're going to have some good racing action. Here at Martinsville, if you're not familiar with this track, is a half-mile track, also known as what they call the paperclip style track. So passing on this track is going to be very difficult. So watch for a lot of action in the corners, because that's what it's going to come down to. Some pivotal cautions may come into play as well as we get this race underway. Taking a look more here at some of these lap times. We got Joshua Filial, at 19.675. Number 99 car. The number 67 car, Colin Allman, is coming in here right now at about 5th. 19.701. So we definitely have a lot of good competition here in the top 5. They're running about 19.6s. So, and out of this qualifier was the top 20 racers are going to definitely make the race today. So we've got a lot of good competition. Looks to be about 30 drivers trying out for the qualifiers. As of right now, our cutoff point looks at car number 37, Christopher Moody. It's 20.298. Looks like it's going to be the field cutoff time. So we'll be getting set here for too long and heading to green. Give you a rundown of our drivers as they finish up their qualifying round. I want to thank you again for joining us here on the All Pro Racing Network. Before we get started here, give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors here. We got Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling. Want to thank them for being a sponsor. Mesa, Arizona, Michelangelo's Painting. You can check out Dan's Top Notch at danstopnotch.com. This series is the Super Late Modified. You can find this on Tuesday nights. We do have a cash payout of $5 iRacing credits. Winner will take 43 points into the league. And as mentioned earlier with our top 5, it's a close race to take the league here. You can find us on Tuesday nights about 9 p.m. Usually when we're going to go live. Racers will have about a 1 hour practice time. They get 2 laps to qualify. So again, racers now are finishing up a lot of their qualifying runs here. Looks like Mike Rhino, number 34 car, will be in the pole at this point. Or excuse me, I apologize. Yeah, take a look up here. Cruz Caudell, excuse me folks, I apologize for the error there. Cruz Caudell, number 55 car, will be taking the pole at a 19.501. Number 2, Matt Clifton, car 20, will be taking the number 2 spot at 19.512. Wade Tashida, number 12 car, position 3 at 19.563. Austin Jones, car 86 at 19.614, round out 4. And rounding out your top 5, Mike Rhino, as earlier, apologize for the error, number 34 car at a 19.619. So we're all set here to go to grid. Cars will be coming out onto the track here into the grid formation behind the pace car. We'll get you a look at those once they get out there. Cruz Caudell taking the pole, definitely going to be a pivotal moment for him in this race, getting out ahead of the crowd, because Martinsville is definitely known for a lot of crashes, folks, so definitely want to be out ahead of that when heading into some of these turns. So your points leader for this league is taking the pole, and we'll have to see how Zach and Matt Clifton respond to that as the race progresses. So let's go ahead and take a look at your pole leader here. We have Cruz Caudell, the number 55 car. In the second position is Matt Clifton, number 20. Wade Tashada, number 12 car, is in your third position. Austin Jones, number 86 car, is in your fourth position. Number 34, Mike Rhino, is in fifth. Number 02 car, Mitchell Reeves, is in number 6 position. Zach Leonardi, car 24, is in number 7. 99 car, Joshua Filial, will be your number 8 position. Colin Allman, car 67, will be in the 9th position. Rounding out your top 10 is Alex Lacanada, car 66. Then you have Nick Reynolds, car 54, will be in, Sean Sinokosov, I probably butchered that name, I apologize, car 6. So, they're rounding that out, so we got so there's a lot on your top 10. Going ahead, the pace car's taking off now. We got the cars taking off here behind the pace car. For a tidbit of information here, folks, pace car runs about 45 miles an hour around that track, so it gives these guys a good pace as they begin to get up to speed. And these cars are pushing 600 horse, so definitely can get up to speed pretty quick once that pace car drops in. So we'll see how Cruz reacts once that pace car gets in and gets that start off. Yeah, they come into turn here. Definitely, as you can see, the reaction. Cruz definitely showing his restart capabilities or start capabilities, as he definitely wants to get a good lead out ahead of the pack once the pace car drops. So. And here they go, folks. They're going green. Cruz Caudell, Matt Clifton are going to be your 2 head cars, followed by Wayne Shutta and Austin Jones. We're going to see how it goes. And there they go. And already out front, Cruz Caudell comes out. Nice exit into the entrance into the turn. Matt Clifton falls a little bit behind. And definitely got a good action brewing up. And look at Cruz go. Already getting out to almost a car length ahead of Matt Clifton. Again, folks, this is a short track racing, so anything can happen. Just keep your eye open. And here comes Cruz out of the corner. Matt Clifton definitely has fallen back a few car lengths. Hopefully he can make that up in the turns. Definitely looks like, oh, and we got a caution. Looks like the 09 car and the 23 car definitely got a spin out here on the back straightaway. 3 or 4 cars appear to be involved. And look at that. Oh man, look at that. We got all kinds of cars bunched up. We got the 34 there. Looks like as they came in the turn, taking a look at the replay here, the 23 car appeared to hit the 09, which 23 car being through here on my list. Ryan Eckstein apparently hit the back end of, I believe it was Daniel E. Miller. So that's going to be what caused your accident coming into the first caution. So the racers are now lining up through the caution. Cruz Caudell, still your race leader coming into this caution. Matt Clifton is going to be, it doesn't look like there's much change in your top 5. Although we do see Zach Leonardi kind of move up into the 5th position. So see how that plays out given the fact that he is tied with Cruz Caudell for the league points. Cruz definitely wanting to race the pace car there. Giving him a good little show. Definitely putting on a show for the crowd here as they come into the turn. Alright. So, good, looked like Colin Allman is a good guy to keep in mind here. He's currently in the 8th position. And definitely looking like he can make a run. As you can see, Matt Clifton giving a little bit of warm-up to his tires. Right. I think just 1 or 2 more laps here and we'll be heading back to green. Some other folks may not have mentioned earlier, you got the number 28 car of Kelly Crabtree, Joey Israelson, car 39. You got Damon Gilbert, car 68. Danny Rude, car 26. Nick Reynolds, car 54. Kind of fishing out, but right now it looks like Danny Rude and Nick Reynolds will be at least 1 lap down. I think Nick is going to go about 3 laps down, so we'll have to see how that plays out. So we're back to green, folks. Already seeing an excellent pass coming up around turn 2. Looks like Pierce, Matt Clifton and Cruz are definitely battling out. Wade Shada definitely shot up into the 2nd place spot. So we're going to see them, and Cruz just putting on a clinic today, showing these people how the short track driving's done. Moving out to about 10 car lengths now. Wade Shada and Matt Clifton battling it out for 2nd place. Austin Jones not too far behind in 3rd. But man, the guy to look at is Cruz Caudell. This guy, I tell you, he's just cruising, living up to his name around this track. So, there's a reason why he's the points leader, and he took the pole today. His crew definitely got the car set up right temperatures, got the pressures right. Wade Tashada is trying the best he can to catch him, but I'm telling you, it does not look like he's gaining much ground. Matt Clifton is now looks like he's going to be pressured by Austin Jones for 3rd place there. Josh Filial is not too far behind Wade, or Austin, excuse me. So they will be in. We got some. Look at them go. Battle back there for 4th, and it looks like, looks like he's going to get around him. And here we go. Got some lap traffic. They're passing now. And Cruz Caudell, guy to talk about, definitely leading his crew around the corner here. Definitely got some clean racing going on after that first caution. Seems like the restart went well, and we are putting in some laps. Today's laps is 75. Oh, we got another caution, folks. Another caution comes out. It looks like a nasty wreck coming out of turn 2. And as we take a look at the replay here, coming into the replay, it looks like car 39, Joey Israelson, kind of spun out there. Yeah, that's what it looks, sending him into the wall. Then you have car Sean Sickoff, car 6, goes down, and Mike Rhino's able to avoid the wreck. Barely gets out of that. So your two guys in this caution that are going to get affected are Sean Sinoskov, and again I apologize, I'm probably butchering that name, and Joey Israelson were the result of that wreck. So, see, and then nobody in your top 5 is looking to pit at this point in time. Cruz once again, it's like Danny Rude's going to get the wave around. He got the lucky dog on that, so he'll be able to catch back up to the lead lap. Cruz definitely toying with that pace car. And a pulling a push maneuver. He apparently doesn't like the 45 miles an hour speed. He wants to go a little bit faster. This guy is no holds barred today. I mean, once it's green, he's letting loose and getting out there pretty quick. And one guy I haven't mentioned earlier is Brandon Keeger. This guy is running the triple digit number 213, currently in 9th position. Definitely is doing the best he can to try to catch up. He's just battling out with Kelly Crabtree. Ryan Eckstein, I believe on that last caution, may have missed the two that went in there, Danny and Sean. So currently, as of right now, it looks like Nick Reynolds, Joey Israelson, Damon Gilbert was a part of a wreck, and Garrett Jones. Those guys are going to go a few laps down here. A few laps here, we'll be back to green. And they're going to bunch up here before they go to green because they know it's definitely want to give as much as they can because he's been seen to shot away, and we got a little bit of a touch action going. The pace car is in, and we're going to be going back to green. Let's see the restart. See how Cruz reacts once he gets to green. And there they go. And it looks like Wade definitely is giving a fight this time. Cruz isn't going to get his way as he did the previous caution. We got a little bit of bumping going on. There, Cruz gets out to the front. And we got another caution here, folks. Again, Martinsville known for its cautions. See who was part of this. Take a look. It looks like, oh, and the number 9 goes spinning up. So like Sean Sinoskov comes up into, I believe it looks like Damon Gilbert. He came up into Damon Gilbert, and that's gonna took him into the wall. So and the 54 though, Nick Reynolds looked like he went into the 6 car and sending him up into Damon Gilbert into the wall. So already we are now .23 laps into it, and 23 laps in, and have had our third caution. You see here, we got a little bit of a gap between Clifton and Wade, so. Wade running that Smith & Wesson car. Matt Clifton definitely running that Mopar. Trying to make it work for him. Always one crazy thing on these short tracks, trying to avoid the bunches, because when you get bunched up in there, definitely making for a difficult way to get around the pass. And as we've seen, definitely can send somebody up into the wall. And your guys, Garrett Jones, 14 laps down. It looks like it was unfortunate events for him today. So very quickly, once you get put out, you could be put out pretty quick. Another side effect, I guess, running at these short tracks. We're sitting here, like one more lap here, and we'll be going green. You'll start to see the cars bunch up here before we get the restart flag. They daw, and you can see that they're hungry for that first place. The pace car goes in. So coming into the next turn, they're going to go green. We'll see if Cruz has a good restart and can lead Clifton out, or if Clifton's going to have what it takes to get around him. They're looking neck and neck right now. Here we come. And Clifton jumps out right in front of Cruz. And oh, there's a little bit of bump action. Oh, and Matt Clifton and Cruz Caudell, both eager for that first position, will cause the caution to come out. And I'm telling you, they just bunched a bunch of cars up there. So coming into the turn one, you see Matt Clifton and Cruz just bumping. Then the 213 car of Brandon Keeger comes into the back of Clifton. Just a nasty, nasty restart. That's, again, folks, that's another side effect of racing at these small tracks. Trying to have an effective restart. Clean, effective restart. So pace car will come back out and we'll line them back up. And it looks like the new race leader is going to be Austin Jones, followed by Zach Leonardi. Wade Tashida was able to avoid some of that, so he'll remain in third. But the results have been updated. It looks like Cruz is going to go back to third. Excuse me. Just got that update. Wade Tashada will go to fourth. Alex Laganata will be in fifth. Brandon Keeger sixth. Ryan Ecclestein in seventh. Josh Falia and Mitchell Reeves in ninth. And Daniel E. Miller round out your top 10. So, how quick a caution can change the outcome of this race is amazing. So Cruz able to remain in second position. So we'll see if he can give Austin Jones some pressure once we go back to green. Zach Lenardi, you're tied with Cruz again, as I mentioned earlier, for first in the league. So being in that position. Okay, it looks like we got a little bit of a race update here. Streaming live. Austin Jones still remains in first. Zach Leonardi will go to second. Wade Shada will stay in third, and Cruz will go back to fourth. So previously was in second, but repositioned back into fourth. But now he's fast car today. We'll have to work for it. Austin Jones, just like Cruz, pushing that pace car, ready to get it back to green. They come here into turn two. Exciting events at these small tracks. Time and time again, as you see in other types of tracks like Bristol, definitely going to have a lot of cautions and a lot of lead changes out of it. So, see coming around here. Man to watch right now is Cruz. looks like get another. Cruz is going to be repositioned back to 12th. Some of these, a lot of repositioning going on down there. As you've seen, a lot of cars were bunched up coming into turn 1, so just officials trying to get the positioning out. So there they come back. We're about ready to go green. And there they go. Austin Jones, Zach Leonardi. Zach Leonardi comes out and takes it. See how they come into the turn. Coming into turn 2. Austin Jones is able to keep a hold of the lead, but Zach's definitely giving him a lot of pressure. Alex Lacanada in 3rd. Wade Shot in 4th. Definitely got a good battle up front here, folks. Alex Jones and Zach Leonardi. Excuse me, Austin Jones, I apologize. Austin Jones and Zach Leonardi coming around. Wade Shutta pressuring him. And it looks like Zach's going to try to take the inside, get a little bit of rub in there. Zach's taking him on the inside, and it looks like Zach's going to take the first position. And there he goes with it. We got a little bit of bumping coming around. Zach now out in front by a few car lengths. And a continued extended. Wade able to make his move up into 2nd. Austin Jones, Josh Falia, your top 4. Looks like we had another caution come out. This one looks like it's going to be number 28 car, Kelly Crabtree, got rear-ended. As we back up that replay, we'll see what happened here. Like coming out of turn 4. Look at car 54. Nick Reynolds went into the rear end of Kelly Crabtree, sending him into the wall. Spinning him out. Oh. But man to watch, Zach Leonardi was able to take caution came out, so again we have another race leader change. Wade Shada is able to catch 2nd, and Austin Jones rounds out 3. Joshua Filial in your 4th position. But again, just to remind you, as these cautions happen, and all the cars as they position tend to change positions due to officials having to reposition the cars. So as these race results update, I will be providing the correct the position settings. But as of currently, Zach Leonardi is your number 1 car. Definitely doing that Rockstar Energy sponsor proud today. Cruz Caudell, though, he is back currently in 6th. He'll be a guy to want to watch because, again, him and Zach are battling out for the points lead, so he's definitely got the hunger to get back to 1st. Josh Filial, sponsored by Nationwide. He's definitely been a silent player in this race here, making his way up through the ranks. Currently sitting at 3rd. So as the pace car comes around, we had some repositioning. Zach Leonardi 1st, Zach Tashada 2nd, Josh Filial 3rd, Alex Lacanada 4th, Cruz Caudell 5th, Colin Allman 6th, Brandon Kiger 7th, Matt Clifton 8th, Ryan Eccleston 9th, and Danny Rood 10th. I'll be your top 10. So we'll see if we have a clean restart once we go green. Guys tend to get antsy as that pace car drops in and want to slam that hammer down, and as we saw earlier, it can be disastrous, especially coming into that first turn. But again, I want to take a second while we're here on this pace lap to give a recognition to our sponsors, Dan Top Notch Heating and Cooling. Check them out at danstopnotch.com, Michelangelo's Painting, and Mesa, Arizona. Again, this is Late Model Racing on All Pro Racing Network. Tuesday night's Super Late Model Series. I'd like to thank Michael D'Amico for his work on the camera. And I'm glad you could join us. So the cars are bunching up here. Set to go, and then we're back to green. Zach Leonardi is your leader. Joshua Filial and Wade Tashada are battling for second. Got a little bit of action coming into third. We got Austin Jones looked like he got spun out. We'll have to back up and take a look at a replay of that. As they come out of turn 2. Gonna see a lot of action. A lot of cars. Number 67, number 9. Take a look at the replay here again. We're going to pull up the film. A lot of cars involved in this caution. Looks like 28, Kelly Crabtree came up into Austin Jones. And it looks like car number 54 of Nick Reynolds will get the wave around. So current positions as they stand: Zach Lenardi, Josh Filial, Cruz Caudell are your top 3. Matt Clifton closely behind in 4th. Alex Nada will get bumped down to 5th. Ryan Eccleston is in, 5th. A little bit of repositioning here due to the wave around. Kelly Crabtree will be in 6th, Nick Hunt 7th, Austin Jones 8th, Danny Root 9th, and Alex Lacanata will be in 10th. Lap 45 here at Martinsville Speedway. A lot of action today. And Zach Lenardi. I tell you, these guys are definitely giving a lot of pressure on that pace car out there. Guys coming out don't like that 45-mile-per-hour pace limit, so they're kind of challenging them there, giving a little bit of pressure. But again, you can find Superlate Model Series Tuesday nights. Give a little bit of other All-Pro Racing events while we're here at Akasha. Monday nights, Dan's Top Notch Truck Series Championship Races has a cash payout. Coming up Sunday, May 17th, there's going to be the All-Pro Bi-Weekly 50-50 Series. Race number 4 at Rockingham Speedway. $150 championship trophy. Top 10 payout sponsored by All-Pro Racing, Michelangelo's Painting, and Exelon Nuclear. And next week we'll be at Atlanta for 65 laps. It's a 100-mile race. It's always a good track to watch people run out, a little bit bigger than this, so less chance for cautions. The pace car goes in, and we're set to go green. Coming in at turn 4, Zach Lenardi, Josh Filial, and Matt Clifton are going to be your top 3 to watch here. And as they pass the start finish line, there they go! And it's a good race start. Zach Lenardi. Josh Filial goes a little high. Cruz Caudell's right there on the doorstep. Definitely wanting to give him a push for the lead. But look at this battle coming out of turn 4. Zach Lenardi and Josh Filial kind of sending them high. But Cruz Caudell putting some pressure on as he wants to regain that lead that he had earlier in this race. And there they go, coming down the straightaway into turn 3. And then Josh Filial, a little bit of bump in there, folks. A little bit of bump in there sends Josh Filial up to the top. Now Cruz Caudell moves into second, right behind Zach Lenardi. So these are your points leaders. Oh, there's a bump! And it sends him up into the wall. Josh Filial says, I don't like it, Cruz. Making me move up high. I'm going to send you back into the wall. Zach Lenardi's going to pull out about a few car lengths ahead. Looks like Austin Jones is back into second, and Josh Filial will move back to third. Matt Clifton still steady back in 4th. Excellent race changes, but I tell you, some of these guys get pretty aggressive in this short track, and we've seen it. You get these cautions, you get frustrated, you're going to get back behind a couple laps, and just trying to make your way up front. Zach Lenardi definitely pulling ahead of the pack now. Looks like he's gonna, we'll get you his last lap time here as he comes across the start-finish line. Looks like a 19.674 is what he's running. So he's about 0.6 of a second ahead. Doesn't seem like much, but at a short track it can make up really quick. As you see now, Austin Jones coming up, closing that gap. These guys back here in second, third, and fourth feel like they're running about an equal pace behind each other, so it's going to be kind of difficult to catch up. We'll take a look back here in fifth position. Alex Lacanata trying what he could do to catch up to Matt Clifton. You got Danny Miller back in 13th position. He's a lap down. Looks like there's a good battle going on with him, and I believe that's so yeah, Zach Leonardi definitely getting out on those straightaways, keeping that lead. Austin Jones catching him on the corners, so that gap does close as they hit the corners, but you can definitely see Zach's car topping out, giving him a little bit of advantage once he hits those straightaways. So as he comes out of these corners, you'll see him just pull out of a gap, but so these corners are going to be pivotal for Austin to catch up to him. And again, I want to apologize to Austin Jones. I know I've probably said Alex a few times. Apologize to you on that, but you're doing a great job. Josh Filial in third. Starting to get some good spacing out between the cars now. Wade Shada in fourth, Alex Lacanata in fifth, or sixth, excuse me. Brandon Keeger in seventh, Mitchell Reeves in eighth, Nick Hunt in ninth, Ryan Eckstein, rounds out your top 10. We are about to come into lap 60 of this race. Zach Lenardi just looks like he had a little bit of a slowdown there. We'll see how Austin Jones reacts to it. Closing that gap, and it looks like they're going to run into some lap traffic here to begin to have some lap traffic. And another caution flag comes out. And it looks like the 213 car of Brandon Keeger, comes into Alec Lacanata and just pushed him into the wall. Fortunately, Nick Reynolds will take a little bit of bump out of that. So that's going to send us into another caution. Another product of these short tracks. Get a lot of cautions in these races. But Zach Lenardi happened to be out far enough to not have to worry about a lead change. And again, we want to thank you for joining us here on the All Pro Racing Network. Appreciate you tuning in here on this Tuesday. Good old race here at Martinsville Speedway, and we got a lucky dog here coming around. To get that car for you. Looks like it's Danny Rude, number 26 car. He's going to get the lap around. Looks like Nick Reynolds is going to come into pit. Definitely been a rough day for him in the Bass Pro Shops car. Product of a few wrecks, put him some laps down. Take a look at your top 5 here as we come close to going back to green. Zach Lenardi first, Austin Jones second, Josh Filial third, Matt Clifton fourth, Wade Tashada fifth. Spinning down on your top 10, Mitchell Reeves sixth, Nick Hunt seventh, Kelly Crabtree eighth, Alex Lacanata ninth, and Danny Rude 10th. So we'll have to see how these restarts play out as they come in, get the green flag when the pace car goes in. Again, restarts are pivotal on these cautions, making sure you can get out ahead of everybody and avoid any possible disasters. As we've seen earlier in turn 1. So there we go. It looks like we got another lap to go yet, and then pace car will be dropping in. Track temperature definitely got to be warming up now that we're 6 laps into this race. Started out at about 91 degrees, so hopefully keeping warm for these guys. Trying to keep that grip on as they go into these corners. I believe the cooler temperatures typically favor the grip. Pace car goes in as we go into turn 3. And Zach Lenardi going to set the pace here, coming out of turn 4. Here they go, and there they go. Zach Lenardi, and he's got Josh Filial right on him. And there's a little bit of bump between Austin Jones and Josh Filial. Backs out, and oh, look at the move right there. Mitchell Reeves sliding in a second. Oh, we got another wreck. We got another wreck, folks. And it looks like the 86 car is going to spin out Wade Tashada, sending him into the wall. So yeah, taking a look at the replay here, we are, as you can see, looks like, unfortunately, Wade Tashada got pushed up into the wall by the 86 car, and definitely a bad break for him. And we'll see. Hopefully, he didn't get too much damage, and he's able to come back out. Just taking another look here. And I apologize. I said Mitchell Reeves earlier coming into second. I believe that was Matt Clifton slid into second. Yeah, now looking at the replay. Apologize on that misread there, the 0-2 in the 20 car. But yeah, coming out of turn 2, you're going to see Matt Clifton definitely slides through on the inside, able to take second position before. And as I look now at the replay, it looks like the 86 car of Austin Jones hits the wall coming out of turn 2, gets a little bit shaky. I believe that's what's going to send him into Mitchell Reeves, spinning out Wade Tashada. So fortunate event. We'll see if he's able to rejoin it. Current top 5 as they come out of this caution: Zach Lenardi in 1, Matt Clifton 2, Josh Filial 3, Mitchell Reeves 4, Danny Rude 5. Standing into your top 10, Kelly Crabtree 6, Cunt 7. And Wade Tashada looks like he's able to have make it without having to pit, so he's 8th. Alex Lacanata 9th, and Austin Jones 10th. A lot of exciting action here at this paperclip track. A lot of cautions and lead changes resulting because of it. We're going to get another coming out of turn 4 here, Zach Lenardi. I think we got one more lap to go here. These guys will typically, in some cautions, you'll see a single file restart. It'll be a double file as we begin. Zach Lenardi and now Matt Clifton definitely providing some pressure on Zach, so we'll see how this restart goes once the pace car drops in here in turn 3. There it goes. Pace car comes in. Zach Lenardi setting the pace as they come into turn 4. Here they come approaching that green line. Matt Clifton's already hungry. He wants it. You can tell. There they go. Back to green. And Zach shoots out in front of Matt Clifton around the corner. And Josh Filial says, I want it from the inside. And then Mitchell Reeves making an inside move now. But we got another caution. Don't even think we made it a lap. Let's see where the caution play. And looking at this, it looks like the 26 car, I believe that's Danny Rude, is going to come into the side of Nick Rhino, sending him spinning out. Fortunately, Wade Tashada will be get ahead, sending Wade into the car of Danny Miller. So yeah, here we are at lap 74 and caution. So that'll do it. Zach Lenardi is going to take it to the caution. Josh Filial second. Joe Reeves third. Matt Clifton fourth. Austin Jones round out your top 5. Extending into your top 10 is Kelly Crabtree, Alex Lacanada, Daniel E. Miller, Danny Rude, and Nick Hunt. So we'll be getting some interviews from these drivers from the top 3 here. The excellent view from the booth up here today, folks. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to All Pro Racing Network. Stay tuned. We'll have a little bit of interviews from our top 3. I'm Dustin Caldwell. Well, and again, thanks to Michael D'Amico on the cameras. Time we'll give a shout out to our sponsors. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling. Check them out at danstopnotch.com. Michelangelo's Painting in Mesa, Arizona. We want to thank our sponsors. So this race will go to Zach Lenardi, Josh Filial in second, and Mitchell Reeves in third. So we'll make our way down here and get an interview. I'd like to. So we'll let our race guys finish out here. Back getting over to victory lane. An excellent race today, folks. Excellent race today. So that's why you got to tune in on Tuesdays for All Pro Racing Super Late Model Series, because definitely put on a show tonight. I'm waiting for my crew here to let me know when we get our guys to go live for interview.
I didn't.
So, whenever we are ready to go live, we'll get an interview here with Zach Lenardi. Zach Lenardi, you took the win today. How does it feel?
Pretty good. It was a pretty crazy race, for a while. I started pretty far back and came through the field, and I thought I was going to have to race Cruz pretty hard, and I guess something happened with him in another car, and he ended up leaving, so it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, we definitely seen you leading the pack multiple times and have a good restart coming into it. Saw a few wrecks coming into turn 1, but what was going through your mind as these cautions were going green and knowing that you're going to have to get ahead of Matt Clifton, because it looked like he was putting on some pressure a lot of these laps.
Oh, yeah, he was really the one I was worried about, and if he were to get up through the field, I think I'd have been worried about him, but I think I was kind of lucky into the under caution, honestly, but all the cautions didn't really bother me. I wish it would have gone green a little bit more, but it was fun.
Well, again, congratulations to you. Good to see you come out the victor. Unfortunately, I had to come under caution, but excellent job racing today. We'll go to Mr. Josh Filial. I believe I got your name right. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I tell you, it was interesting watching you race today. You got banged around a lot on this track, and to come out second, how do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about it, having a battle my teammates there at the end and hold up a few really good competitors. It was a really physical battle, probably the most physical I've ever had in Martinsville, but it was really fun.
Yeah, we saw you through a bunch of different cautions coming out into the green, getting pushed high, and hitting a couple of walls. But again, amazing job to you being able to come in and pull it off and get into second.
Yep, that's all it takes for the guys at Team Inferno who do all the work every week.
We'll go now to Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell Reeves, you surprisingly slid into that third spot. I know you and Matt Clifton battled it out, and You know, it's amazing to see you come in and just sneak it in the inside. How do you feel? Give us some thoughts on that as you progress through the field.
It was a fun race. Definitely a crapshoot. A lot of wrecks, but that was just kind of part of the Martinsville mentality. I think we all knew coming in this race that if anybody came out clean, they were on the track. Definitely a big shout out to Zach Leonardi. He had a hell of a car. Obviously, it showed. And definitely my teammate Matt Clifton, Nick Reynolds. Just a great race. A lot of tempers were flaring, but that's what makes Martinsville Martinsville. You know, you don't have a short track race without it, and you know, it's awesome to have a good race, and everybody's still happy at the end, and that's what we're all here for, to have fun.
Yeah, again, excellent job to you. You're able to make it out. But one guy I gotta talk to is Mr. Matt Clifton. I mean, Matt, you got beat around this track, and as Mitchell said, it's a physical track. You got beat around. You were able to come around and finish out fourth. Well, give us some of your thoughts on what you've seen today, because I know you battled with Cruz a little bit, and unfortunately he got pushed back about 17th position. So give us a little bit of thoughts on your feelings as far as today's race. Apparently we don't have a mic down there. So yeah, so there's your top three, folks. We want to thank you again for tuning into the All Pro Racing Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell, Michael D'Amico. A little bit of technical difficulties there. Michael D'Amico on cameras. Tune in next Tuesday, folks, for another edition of Super Late Model Series here at the All Pro Racing Network.